The kid was screaming, hands clamped over his ears, eyes squeezed shut, rocking so hard in my barber chair I thought he might tip over. Too loud, too loud, too loud! Every customer in my shop had stopped talking. All eyes on this 7-year-old having a complete meltdown. His mother was crying, apologizing, trying to pull him out of the chair while he thrashed. Someone muttered, "Control your kid." Another guy stood up to leave. "I'm not waiting for this." I had a choice. I could ask them to leave. That's what the 3 other barbershops had done this month. Or I could do something nobody expected. I looked at my waiting customers, at my co-workers, at this terrified kid who just needed a haircut. And I said 2 words that changed everything. Everyone out. Then I walked to the wall and turned off every single light in my shop. Have you ever had to completely change how you do something to help one person? Have you ever watched someone struggle with something invisible? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more stories about unexpected challenges, adaptation, and finding new purpose in your work, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our next story. I've been cutting hair for 20 years. Started as an apprentice at 18. Opened my own shop at 27. Built a steady clientele over 15 years. Walker's Barbershop. That's me. Hudson Walker. Classic setup. Red and white pole outside. Leather chairs. Sports on TV. Smell of aftershave and coffee. The kind of place where men come in, sit down, get cleaned up, and leave looking sharp. I thought I knew my job, thought I'd seen every type of customer. Quiet guys, chatty guys, kids who squirm, teenagers who want something their parents hate, old men who fall asleep mid-cut. But I'd never dealt with what walked through my door on a Saturday afternoon in October. That's when Shannon Clark came in with her son, and I learned that everything I thought I knew about cutting hair was incomplete. 2 p.m. Peak time, 6 barbers working. All chairs full, 5 people waiting. Saturday afternoon rush, loud, busy, exactly how weekends always were. The door opened. A woman walked in, mid-30s, looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, holding the hand of a small boy, maybe 7 years old, skinny, dark hair that definitely needed cutting. He wore headphones around his neck, the big noise-canceling kind. His eyes were fixed on the floor. He was making a humming sound, low, constant. "Hi," the woman said. Her voice was tight, nervous. "Do you take walk-ins?" "Depends how long you need. We're pretty backed up." "Just a trim, but—" She looked down at her son, back at me. "He has autism. He's very sensitive to sounds and lights, and we've tried 3 other places this month and they all asked us to leave. I understand if you can't." "We can try," I said. "Probably 20 minutes wait, though." Her whole face changed. Relief. "Really? You'll try?" "Yeah, have a seat." Thank you so much." They sat in the waiting area. The boy, I'd find out later his name was Jayden, kept humming, rocking slightly in his seat. His mom rubbed his back in slow circles, leaned close to his ear, talking to him quietly. I went back to my current client, finished the cut, called the next guy. The shop was loud, always was on Saturdays, multiple conversations happening, clippers buzzing, TV playing a football game. Someone laughed loud at something. I noticed Jayden flinch. His hands came up, covered his ears briefly, then back down. His humming got louder. Shannon, I didn't know her name yet, kept talking to him. Calm voice, rubbing his back. 25 minutes passed. "Ma'am?" I called. "We're ready." Shannon stood, helped Jayden up. "Come on, buddy. It's time." Time, Jayden repeated, not looking at her, still humming between words. "That's right. Time for haircut." They walked over. Jayden's eyes darted around, never settling on anything. His hands were flapping at his sides. Quick movements. "Is he okay to sit?" I asked Shannon. "I think so. Jayden, can you sit in the chair for Mr. I'm sorry, what's your name?" "Hudson." "For Mr. Hudson?" Hudson, Jayden said. then climbed into the chair. Immediately started rocking. I put the cape around him. He went completely still, rigid. "It's okay," Shannon said quickly. "It's just the cape. Remember? Like we talked about. The cape keeps hair off your shirt." Off shirt, off shirt. His voice was flat, mechanical. "That's right." I picked up my comb, moved toward him, Jayden's eyes fixed on the comb. His rocking stopped, his whole body tensed. "I'm just going to comb your hair first," I said. "Then cut it. Won't take long." I touched the comb to his hair. "No!" He jerked his head away violently. "No, no, 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 no! Jayden, please, you have to let him— No touching! No, no, no!" His voice was rising, getting shrill. "Okay, okay." I pulled back. "No touching yet. That's okay." But he was escalating. His hands flew up to his ears. He started rocking hard. The humming turned into a high-pitched noise. "Ee." Shannon looked at me, apologetic, desperate. "I'm sorry. He's getting overwhelmed. Maybe if we just—" "Too loud!" Jayden suddenly shouted. "Too loud, too loud, too loud!" The entire shop went quiet. Everyone turned to look. Jayden squeezed his eyes shut, hands pressed hard over his ears. The high-pitched noise got louder. "Ee!" One of the waiting customers muttered something. Another guy said, "Jesus Christ!" Someone else, "Can't you control your kid?" Shannon's face went red. "I'm sorry, we'll go." "Come on, Jayden, we have to." She tried to remove the cape. "No touching!" Jayden screamed, started thrashing. "No, no, no, no!" His hands were hitting his own head, not hard, just tapping, rapidly, over and over. "Jayden, stop, you're going to hurt." "Stop, stop, 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 stop." He was repeating her word, louder and louder. A customer stood up. "I'm not waiting around for this." Another, "This is ridiculous." Shannon was near tears. "I'm so sorry, Jayden, please." But Jayden couldn't hear her. His eyes were squeezed shut, hands over ears, making that noise. "Eee!" I made a decision. "Everyone out," I said, loud enough to be heard over Jayden. "What?" One of my customers looked annoyed. "Out. Everyone waiting. Out. Now." "Are you serious?" "Yes, 5 minutes. Wait outside." They grumbled, but they left. I looked at my coworkers. "Break. All of you. 10 minutes. Hudson, 10 minutes. Go." They exchanged looks but left. Then I walked to the wall, found the switch panel, flipped off the overhead lights. The shop went dim. Just natural light from the windows. Grabbed the TV remote, turned it off. Sudden silence. Just the sound of Jayden's noise, but already getting quieter. I walked over, crouched down next to the chair, not touching, just close. "Jayden," I said, quiet voice. "The lights are off now, the TV is off, it's quiet." His noise reduced to a whimper, but his eyes stayed shut, hands still over ears. "Can you hear me?" He rocked. Didn't answer. I waited. Just stayed there. Quiet. After maybe 30 seconds, his hands slowly lowered. His eyes opened to slits. "See? Quiet now. Just us. No loud sounds." He opened his eyes fully. Looked around. Still rocking, but slower. "I'm Hudson. I'm going to cut your hair, but I'm going to tell you everything before I do it, so you know what's coming, okay?" He didn't respond, just rocked. "First, I need light to see. So I'm going to use my phone flashlight. It's small, not bright like the ceiling lights. I'll show you first." I pulled out my phone, turned on the flashlight, held it low, showed him. He looked at it, stopped rocking for a second. "See? Small light. I'm going to point it at your hair, not at your face, just your hair. Okay?" "Okay, okay." "Good. Now, I need to touch your hair to cut it. I'm going to touch it very gently, just with my hand first. No scissors, just checking." "Can I do that?" He rocked. Didn't answer. Shannon, who'd been silent, said softly, "Jayden, can Mr. Hudson touch your hair?" Touch, touch, touch. Is that a yes? He rocked harder. Then, yes, yes. I slowly reached out, touched his hair, light as possible. He flinched, but didn't pull away. Good job. That was very brave. Brave, brave. Now I'm getting my scissors. They're going to make a snipping sound. Snip, snip. Like this. I clicked them in the air, away from him. Hear that? Snip, snip. Right. I'm going to snip your hair. Just a little bit at a time. If you don't like it, you say stop, and I'll stop. Deal? Deal, deal. Okay, here we go. I moved slowly, positioned the scissors, cut a tiny section at the back. Jayden tensed, started rocking again, but didn't make noise. Good. That was one snip. I'm doing more. Snip, snip, snip. I worked carefully, slowly, way slower than normal, maybe 10 times slower. Every few snips, I'd pause, let him adjust. He rocked the whole time, sometimes hummed. Once he said, snip, 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 along with me. Shannon stood nearby, silent, tears running down her face, but not moving, not interfering. It took 40 minutes. A cut that should take 12 minutes took 40. But when I finished, his hair was even, neat, exactly what he needed. All done, I said. Want to see? I held up a small handheld mirror, angled so he could see without the big wall mirror. He looked, tilted his head, touched his hair. Short, short. Yes, it's shorter. Do you like it? He rocked, nodded. Good. Shannon let out a breath. Thank you. I don't even know. Thank you. You're welcome. How much do I owe you? 25. She pulled out her wallet, handed me 40. Keep the change, please. You have no idea what this means. Every other place they get angry, tell us to leave, say he's too disruptive, but he was just overwhelmed. No one else sees it that way. Then they're not looking right. Jayden climbed down from the chair, started spinning, arms out, making airplane sounds. Jayden, we need to go. Let him spin, I said. He's happy. That's fine. Shannon smiled, crying and smiling at the same time. Thank you, really, thank you. Come back any time, but maybe not Saturdays, too busy, too loud. What about weekday mornings, before we open? 7 a.m., no one here, quiet. You do that? Yeah, just call first. Let me know you're coming. I will, definitely. Jayden stopped spinning. Looked at me directly for the first time. Bye-bye, Hudson. Bye, Jayden. They left. I turned the lights back on, let my co-workers back in, let the waiting customers return. One guy said, "That took forever." Another, "You shouldn't have to deal with that kind of thing." I looked at him. That kid has autism. He needed help. I helped him. That's my job. Your job is cutting hair. My job is cutting hair for anyone who needs it cut, not just the easy customers. He didn't say anything else. I finished my appointments, but my mind was somewhere else, thinking about Jayden, about how hard it must be to exist in a world that's too loud, too bright, too much, and thinking, I could make this easier, for him, for other kids like him. I just needed to figure out how. 1 month later, Shannon called. Hi, this is Shannon Clark, Jayden's mom. You said we could come in early. Yeah, tomorrow work? 7 a.m.? Perfect, thank you so much. Next morning, 7 a.m. sharp, they arrived. The shop was empty. Quiet, lights still low from closing the night before. Jayden walked in, still humming, but calmer than last time. Hi, Jayden, remember me? Hudson. That's right, want to sit in the chair? He climbed up without prompting. This time took 25 minutes, still slow, still narrating everything, but easier. Halfway through, Jayden said, Snip, snip, snip. That's right, snip, snip. Like. You like the sound? Like it. But when I finished, he looked in the mirror and rocked happily. Shannon paid. Left a $10 tip on a $25 cut. Thank you. He's already asking when we can come back. As they left, I thought about something. If Jayden needed this, other kids probably did too. Maybe I could make this official. 2 weeks later, I made a sign. Sensory-friendly hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays. 7–8 a.m. low lights. No TV. Quiet. For children with sensory sensitivities. Call ahead to schedule. Posted it in the window. Didn't expect much. 1 month later, I had 6 regular appointments during sensory-friendly hours. Word had spread. Shannon told another mom. That mom told someone else. Kids with autism, ADHD, sensory processing issues. I learned quickly. Each kid was different. Some needed silence. Others needed me to talk constantly so they knew what was coming. Some couldn't handle the cape. I used towels instead. Some needed breaks. We'd cut for 2 minutes, stop for 1. Repeat. One kid needed to hold a fidget toy the whole time. Another needed his mom to count down each snip. 10 snips left. 9. 8. I adapted. Learned. Bought supplies. Fidget toys. Weighted lap pads. Different capes in different textures. Started researching. Not to be an expert. Just to understand better. My coworkers noticed. You're spending a lot of time on these appointments. They need it. But they take forever. You could book 3 regular cuts in that time. I know. So why? I thought about it. Because I can help, and not a lot of people can, or will. So I do. That's not very profitable. It's not about profit. Then what's it about? Doing the job right, for everyone, not just the easy ones. 3 months later. Jayden came every month like clockwork. I'd learned his patterns. He needed lights off, TV off me to warn him before touching small handheld mirror, only 20 minutes minimum to spin afterward. He'd started talking more, not to me directly, but he'd repeat things. Snip, snip. Good cut, good cut. Hudson. Shannon told me he talked about me at home. Hudson's Barbershop was part of his routine vocabulary now. One Tuesday, he brought a toy dinosaur, held it the whole cut, didn't put it down once. That's a cool dinosaur, I said. T-Rex. T-Rex, nice. What's his name? Jayden rocked, thought about it. Rex. Creative. After the cut, he held up the dinosaur to my face. Say bye-bye. Bye, Rex. Bye-bye, Hudson. Rex's voice. Jayden moving the toy's mouth. Shannon smiled. He likes you. I like him too. No, I mean he really likes you. He doesn't do that with people. The toy thing, that's big for him. Oh, you're good with him. I just listen, do what he needs. That's more than most people do. 6 months later, I had 12 regular families now. Other parents started asking for recommendations. Other salons. Other barbers. I didn't know any, so I started training my coworkers. It's not hard, just different. You slow down, you ask, you adapt. One of them tried, struggled at first, but got better. Another refused. Not my thing. That was fine. Not everyone had to do it, but the ones who did, they started to get it. A woman called. Hi, I'm calling from the Autism Advocacy Group. We heard about your sensory-friendly hours. Would you be willing to speak at our parent support meeting? Speak about what? About what you do, how you adapted your business. A lot of parents struggle with haircuts. Your approach could help them advocate for what their kids need. I'm not an expert. You don't have to be. You just have to share what you learned. I thought about it. Okay? I can do that. I spoke to 30 parents in a community center meeting room, told them what I'd learned. Every kid is different. Communication is key. Slow down. Adapt your environment. Be patient. Don't take it personally when they struggle. They asked questions. What if my barber won't turn off the lights? Find one who will, or ask me. I'll cut your kid's hair. What if my son won't sit still? Then we take breaks. Or I cut his hair standing up. Whatever works. What if he melts down? Then we stop, try again later, or another day. It's not a failure. It's just information about what he needs. Afterward, parents came up. shook my hand. Some cried, "Thank you, you have no idea how hard this is." "I'm starting to understand." One dad said, "My son hasn't had a haircut in a year because no one will take him. Can I bring him to you?" "Yeah. Call the shop. We'll figure it out." Jayden was 8 now, had been coming to me for a year. The cuts took 15 minutes now, down from 40. He still needed low lights, still needed warnings, still rocked, but he was comfortable, knew the routine. One day after the cut, he looked at me, made eye contact, rare for him. "Hudson?" "Yeah, buddy?" "Good." "The haircut's good?" "Hudson, good." Shannon's eyes filled with tears. "That's his way of saying he likes you." "I like you too, Jayden." Like. He smiled. Actually, smiled. Sensory-friendly hours expanded to 4 days a week. I'd trained 3 of my co-workers. They each had their own sensory-friendly clients now. Other barbershops started calling. "How do you do this? Can you teach us?" I started consulting. Nothing formal, just phone calls, advice. "Lower the lights. Turn off the TV. Slow down. Listen." I'm not an autism expert. I'm not a therapist or a special education teacher. I'm a barber. I cut hair. But 3 years ago, a kid walked into my shop who needed something different, and instead of turning him away, I turned off the lights. Changed how I worked, learned to adapt, and it changed everything, not just for him, for me too. I'd been cutting hair the same way for 20 years. Thought I knew my job. Turns out I was only doing half of it. The other half, meeting people where they are, adapting my skills to their needs. Have you ever had to completely change how you do something to help someone? What did you think of Hudson clearing the shop and turning off the lights to help the kid? Share your thoughts, your experiences with accessibility and adaptation, in the comments below. If this story about meeting people where they are, adapting your skills, and finding purpose in helping others moved you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about unexpected challenges, growth, and doing your job, all of your job for everyone. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss our next story. Thanks for watching, and we see you in the next one.